The following stream contains mature content and subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised. And good evening, everyone. Welcome to McStabber Studios, Kansas City, A Domain Divided. I am the storyteller for tonight, Shanky McStabber.
And I was muted. I am Mama McStabber, and I am playing Dr. Katerina Rakosi of Clan Zamitzi.
I am Jen of Thieves, and I am playing Sunday Booth of the Hecata.
And I'm Reen. I'll be playing Rashad Giovanni of the Hecata.
Hello, I'm House. I play Bo Solomon, Clan Toreador.
Hi, I'm Mischievous Red, and I'm playing Gwen Schultz of the Ministry.
And when we were with this coterie last week, they had a visitor, a strange and very powerful visitor. But he had offered to make them not only hidden from the eldest, but to offer them a boon as well. That I think a number of this coterie are still deciding what they want to take for the boon, of course, but they'll get to that one. And then, trying to remember what we did the second half. Let me pull my notes up, huh?
Rashad and Gwen were chased
Rashad and
out
Gwen went to scout out the Second Inquisition and got found. And then, of course, Sunday and Kat went to meet Christabella. Now, I'm going to leave it to the viewer's imagination. Whether Dracula won the 2-on-1 fight and what happened, nobody's going to tell. You don't tell that. Ladies and gentlemen, don't discuss what happens in that ring. But as we open up tonight, the coterie is en route to Bo's childhood home because Rashad has actually found a way to free Bo's mother. So I'm going to open up on the car ride over as the coterie discusses what's coming.
All right. Well, I'm glad you all are here. I will go over things shortly, and then I will add more details as we need them. In order to continue to help your mother, Mr. Solomon, we need to accomplish three things. First, we will need to destroy her corporeal form. Second, we will need to break the fetter, and in this case, I mean mystically, not literally. And then third, we will need to destroy the tome, and he will gesture to the book. Is there anyone who does not feel comfortable participating? I will tell you necromancy can be difficult.
In
I-
what ways?
For some, it is a opportunity to face death in a different form. Not many members of the family are up to that acceptance, that understanding. Wraiths can and will do anything to get what they want done. It's not uncommon for people to see things they're afraid of, for ghosts to know things that you would think they should not, to say things that you'd rather they not say and mess with your emotions, consume parts of you, all kinds of things.
I have no expectations on any of you. Well, except for you, Rashad, for obvious reasons. So if the risk is too great for the rest of you, there will be no hard feelings.
Oh no, I'm not gonna pass up a chance to be there for you, Bo. I just don't know how I'm gonna help. But if something comes up, I'm happy to do it.
How are you going to
Sunday,
go about breaking Bo?
I have enlisted the aid of some wraiths. I do not mean in a physical sense, but in a metaphorical one. It'll sever the connection between you and your mother. It should not cause you any actual harm, though I've never been in your position before, and I do not know many people who have, so there may be some consequences.
Yeah, I was going to say actual harm is relative in this circumstance.
Are you okay with that, Bo?
I don't think I have a choice.
No,
And
you
before
always
you
have
say-
a
before
choice. You always have a choice. Are
I don't
you?
think I don't think I have a better choice.
Are you kind of scared?
That's not the right word.
Dread?
What is?
Is there anything in particular you want us to do to help?
What you're best at.
Allow me to take care of the book. I'll protect it until the moment it needs to be destroyed, and then I will destroy it.
Visiting this place,
I can command fire.
visiting this place again sent me into torpor. I don't know what destroying, to quote my mother, is going to do to me. So
Well, this time you're not going to be alone.
yeah,
If
My
nothing else, I
point-
got 1,000 hugs for you when we're done.
might need to be more assertive than hugs Sunday is what I'm
I
getting
can
at.
hug really hard.
Sunday can break bones when she hugs.
Only if necessary, please. This has to be done.
Okay.
I
You
think
better
that's all.
tell us if anything, if you have bad feelings, if something changes, tell us. Don't hide it.
My thought is if you're there, you're going to be experiencing it right along with me.
I mean, after too, Bo.
Rashad, are you prepared to be able to fight to control those ghosts? Because where this is located, the weird shit has expanded, and it is definitely in the thick of it.
I am prepared. I have advanced my abilities as far as I can. I will tell you that I will be relying on you all on the off chance something does intervene. Stopping a ritual like this in the middle will be difficult, if not impossible, and I do not want to accidentally let something else free.
All right.
So I guess if that's that, thank you all for being here.
Of course.
Of course.
I would recommend, Mr. Solomon, you take some time to center yourself. As much as some of us like to claim we are not human, We still have our emotions, and it is a difficult process to say goodbye.
I'll do my best.
So as you arrive at the place, first, I'm going to explain to the players and the viewers here. This is going to get very complex as this scene plays on because of the myriad of events that are happening. So if at any point you're kind of confused about what's occurring, the players here, just ask me and I'll re-explain where we're at that particular part, because it is going to get hectic. As you pulled up, I will tell you, the house looks close to what it looked like last time you were here, though it seems a little more run down. The roof is sagged in 2 more spaces. All the windows are gone from it. But just like last time, it's completely silent. There is no insect noise, nothing. Just the wind and the creaking of the house itself.
As Kat gets out of the car to go around back to where she keeps like her emergency supplies and things, because she needs to get a candle for what she's going to do to that book. She actually mutters under her breath, "I would not command Earth here. It is wrong."
I would like to use Where the Veil Thins. See if I get that bonus, storyteller.
Go ahead. Let's see what you get. Let me pull this up because it's been a while since I've looked at it. I always like to look again. Let me find where it was. There it is. You're going to peek to see what you got here. Oh, that's, there you go.
I
they
think I
moved
rolled
it.
5 successes.
They moved it around. Okay, so you only needed a 3. You're going to see the density of the veil here. Did you get a critical? No, you did not. So I will tell you, something here is off a bit. The veil itself right now is frayed, which normally means there was a bunch of deaths here recently, though you're pretty sure nobody's been murdered.
Veil is still frayed here. There is a chance someone has been doing ceremonies, so be prepared in case they've left something behind for us. And he will hand Kat the book. He will arrange for Solomon to stand. He'll arrange everyone to be in kind of a half circle kind of thing, with Bo a little bit further ahead.
Are you going to do it in the house, or are you going to do it just outside the house? I want to know the amount of room you have here.
Just for masquerade purposes, how like is this completely desolate of people, or is there a chance that someone may walk by us here?
I'd say the chance of anybody walking by is pretty damn low.
Yeah. There was so much farmland around. It would have been a mile before the next house.
Right. Unless you protest, Mr. Solomon, we can do this outside. It'll give us a bit more move to maneuver.
You're in charge here, Rashad.
So. All right. And let's spread out in a half circle. Mr. Solomon, you will be a little bit further ahead, and I will be behind you.
Can we do wits awareness? Sorry, I thought you were done.
Yes, you can do wits awareness, and I'll use it for the whole scene. I'll even make a note here. I know Kat wants to make her Kodunic roll ahead of time, so that she's ready. Now, when you do your Kodunic roll, you can. It doesn't require you to have only respond with one type. I'm going to let you use. You can, after you've made your roll, if any element that you have the ability to manipulate, you can use during the scene.
Perfect, because I have command of both fire and earth.
Right. So,
although she is really hesitant to pull on the earth here because it's fucked up, she can feel it. She doesn't know what she's feeling, but it's fucked up.
Okay, Gwen's got 6 so far.
So
Sunday has a nice 2.
That's awareness.
Bo with a 4. And I'll have everybody know Rashad has passed the rouse check already tonight. That's
Right?
that's shocking.
I don't know if that's a good or bad. omen.
Targeted. I feel targeted.
I mean, Fantasy Grounds does not like you with rouse checks.
and I am going to set the candle somewhere on a flat surface and set the book on the ground so it's not on any lumber or anything of the house to burn the house at all.
I'll say that you can pull the steps going into the place have broken, so you can grab a piece of the stone from it and move it off where the steps were to put it on.
Perfect. She will put a stone on the ground and have the candle. She will take the lighter that she has. It's a small flame. You're not going to Ross Shrek on a small flame. And literally burn it under the candle so that the wax softens and warms, and then she'll stick it to the stone so it'll stand up. And then she'll lay the book beside it and she lights the candle. And then once she does that, she will scratch open her ritual scar on her wrist and then start with her ritual. It's going to take some time.
Okay. So I assume the group's going to wait until Kat's ready with her part.
Yeah. While we're waiting, I'll just activate toughness just in casesies.
It's a good
I can do
idea.
that too. Why not?
Sunday gets hungrier.
It very rarely happens.
And I am going to actually willpower that roll. Wow, that helped me not one bit.
What level is Elemental Grasp?
It's level 2.
So you're going to have to make another roll.
Yeah.
You have to do it again.
Try again.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have to rouse again?
Yep.
Okay.
But I'm not going to make you take the damage again.
That time I got hungrier. You better work this time, bastard.
Yeah, I'm not a monster. I'm not going to make you give yourself even more ag.
I'm going to try another willpower.
Four.
No, that's 4, 5, 6 with a crit.
That would be enough. Okay.
That sucker getting engulfed.
Yep. Okay, so now you've linked with air or earth and fire in this area here.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I can tell you, even the fire feels off. The best way to describe it is the fire is resisting you a little bit.
Mm-hmm. But as you see, she's commanding the fire. It's actually pulling from the candle and forming almost like a fist or ball in the air above the book.
Storyteller, do I already have the other ghosts on standby, or do I need to do
Yes.
a ritual to summon
No,
them
you've
as
got
well?
them. They're on standby. So as we're going to kick off this ritual, when you're ready, Rashad, you're going to roll your intelligence and oblivion.
All right. Well, I will definitely be rousing that, but would this be considered a power? Do I get that power bonus?
Yes, you get your power bonus. And because you're rolling oblivion, you get a power bonus.
Yeah, like for mine, because Kat lit a candle, that means the fire was active. She got a bonus die to a ritual, so I used both the power bonus and the modifier of +1. So,
All right.
That's enough to start start your ritual off. Now, I'm going to let you know, because you've surged, it counts for the whole scene. So as you're making additional rolls afterwards, just remember you still can surge. So as Rashad, he starts speaking first in words that none of you can understand. I don't even think Rashad really understands the words he's saying as the ritual begins. And while it was already strange in this area where there was no insects, no noise. You can feel it in the air now. There's a tenseness that almost like you can feel your hair on end, like lightning's about to strike. Bo, you hear it before you see it. And then everybody sees the wavering form appear in front of you of your mother. But the look in her face is twisted. There's fire dancing in her eyes. There's a scowl. And you hear her voice, "How dare you come home now of all times?" And it triggers something in you that you know it's not natural. You can feel there's a supernatural trigger that hits you. Please give me a frenzy check. Just hit frenzy on your sheet. There's a button for it. 6. So you don't frenzy yet. You should have been here.
I'm not having this conversation again.
Oh, but you are. And then the face twists and she screams a bit. You think to destroy me will be that easy?
Easy? No, I do not.
Gwen, you had the highest on your rolls. You see there's a thread. There's almost a thread. There's a thin, straight line in the air between the group of you and the house.
Rashad, there's something connecting us to the house.
Rashad, give me another intelligence oblivion roll, please. $11. Impressive.
Messy. It's a messy crit if that matters.
It will shortly.
Okay.
As you continue to maintain your concentration on it and focus on it, you can feel, the way to describe it is almost as if there's a filth seeping into you as you're doing it. You feel dirty suddenly. That's when the ground begins shaking. And Gwen, that line widens.
When Kat feels the ground shaking, she's going to say, "Okay, we need to get these steps done."
Am I able to speak at the moment, storyteller? Or am I still
I know you're
speaking
stuck in your cycle. You can't say a word other than repeat the words until this is over.
Something's coming, I think. Something's getting stronger.
And Bo's mother looks over at you, Gwen. Now you wait right there, little missy. Don't worry. You're going to get yours in a second.
Excuse me?
You should probably move then.
Gwen moves behind Sunday and just you say that and she just moves you in front of her.
We see her manifest.
Yeah.
She's actually manifest.
Yeah, she's standing there. She's see-through, but she's there.
So instead of holding the ball over the fucking book, waiting for her to fucking fall, Kat's going to literally launch it at her.
Okay. You can give me a Dex Athletics roll to throw it.
Let's do it. She is going to throw her grasp of fire at the fucking ghost because fuck that bitch. All right. To surge. Okay. That didn't seem to do right. Okay, yeah, it did. Okay. I got 4.
The fire streaks out where you threw it.
Based on my successes of the ritual, it should actually hit her.
Yeah, it gets towards her. But something pushes it off path. And it careens past her, but does not hit the house. And that's when you notice from the tear that had formed, just one hand is stuck out and was moving the direction your fire shifted. Now, I'm going to tell you, as a Khaldun, you know the ground is about to try to open up.
Okay, so instead I'm going to try to use my elemental grasp to grasp it together.
Okay, we're going to come back to you in a second.
Okay.
That's what you're going to be doing. Gwen and Sunday, you see this thing pulling itself out of the hole. It's twisted. It's vaguely man-like. Vaguely. Its skin is covered in black splotches that seem to shift with it. Parts seem to fall off it. And when it falls off, it just kind of dissipates. But the malevolence in its eyes is very obvious. This thing is, unlike her that's see-through, he is solid. And Bo, your mother looks at you and tells you, we didn't need it to be this way. You could have left well enough alone. We were happy in our loop. And it's not your mother's voice that's speaking, but I need you to give me another frenzy roll.
Cool.
I got 4 successes.
Okay.
I'm going to add on prowess.
Okay. Bo, you manage to hold on, though you feel it's getting harder and harder to resist whatever's tugging at your emotion. And Kat, you managed to keep the earth from opening under the group's feet. Barely. It starts to open, but you force the earth to snap shut again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still keeping Gwen behind me.
Yeah, can I make an intelligence occult roll or like something to where she can figure out what she can do to help?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay.
I'll let you roll that while she's rolling that. Rashad, go ahead and give me your next intelligence oblivion roll. Three this time. I'm keeping a running count.
I'll spend willpower on that if possible.
Okay. You can. You're rolling to maintain your ability to keep focus on what's going on. So you're up to 15 successes. Pretty good so far for this extended test. Gwen, you got 3. I will tell you, it is not see-through like her, like Bo's mother. So this thing has come through this tear. By the way, Rashad, the veil here is now non-existent in this spot. You can sense it. It's solid. It's here. That means anything you physically can do to it will affect it. It is not a spirit manifested on this side.
Does she think that if she used unseen passage, it could see her?
You, I don't think, have dealt with enough to know.
Okay, well, she'll do that just in case.
While hiding behind Sunday so that you're out of view. Because if you're not,
I do have vanish.
Oh, you do. So you can do it in view now. Cool. So let's ask Sunday what she's going to do. This thing is climbed out. Its hands are just black claws. And it's actually moving towards Rashad.
Okay, that's fun. I'm gonna hero weapons. Is that 1 or 2? That's 1.
Yep.
I'm gonna add
You can
that.
grow those the same turn as you attack. I'm fine with that.
Distance wise, am I close enough to get to it?
You can. It's not hurried.
Cool. Then yeah, I'm gonna attack it.
Okay. You can go ahead and give me a roll. Five's pretty nice. You gonna willpower that? For
It
that
would only
whole
be one.
die? Yeah.
It's not worth it.
You step in its way and rake your claws across it, and you can see where your claws passed, more bits of it fall off and disappear. But there's also a bone cold chill that goes up your undead flesh. You're going to take 1 superficial damage from that as the cold sets in. Now, that was Sunday. Gwen was vanishing to move. Kat, what are you doing this turn? You know, whatever you do, you're going to have to split your attention, because if you let go of the earth, it's going to open.
She's not letting go of that earth.
Okay. Give me another roll.
She is being a Koldunic sorcerer right now. She is not letting go of that earth.
Give me another roll then.
What roll? The ritual?
Koldun roll.
Okay.
Because you're fighting against whatever's trying to control the ground. 3?
3.
You managed to hold on to it. Let me count your successes.
It is straining her, though.
It is, but at the same time, you notice the longer you're concentrating and trying to force it, the weaker whatever's controlling the Earth's grasp on the Earth is becoming.
Good.
If you can continue to win, you'll break its hold.
Good.
Bo, she screams in pain this time, and you can see her ghostly form is actually, she's got a black eye now. It looks like she's bleeding from a wound that's not there, but she's bleeding.
Let mother go. Do it. Let her go.
I don't think so. I think you're being a bad son and not helping your mother. Give me another frenzy check. Six. Impressive. You have got the luck of your frenzy tonight, don't you? Gwen, you're vanished. What are you going to do?
So did Kat pocket the lighter again?
She would not be holding the lighter out, but the candle's still lit.
The candle's still lit, but also the lighter is on the stone next to the book.
The
Okay.
fire that she had hurled is actually just hovering in the air behind everything that's going on because her attention slipped, but it didn't. It's still there. It
She
hasn't
still
gone anywhere.
commands it.
Right. It's just she doesn't have the attention to direct it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Gwen's gonna sneak over and grab the lighter and keep an eye out to see if the thingy coming out of the earth sees her, like if she can tell if it sees her or not.
Give me a, it's going to be a resolve obfuscate roll, please.
Solve. Obfuscate. And
Remember
then I
to
get,
you get
your power bonus.
anytime you
Thank
use
you.
a discipline.
Yep.
I was just
Anytime a
asking
discipline
that.
is involved in the roll, you get
Even
the power
in
bonus.
defense.
Yep. 8
With a crit.
with a crit. It does not appear to have shifted its perception your way as you slipped around.
Okay. Yeah, then she's gonna grab the lighter and then kind of start moving towards it.
Okay. And now we're going to go back to Ree. What we're going to do is I'm going to go to Ree at the start of each round of it, and then we'll go to Kat and then work our way around the table to the rest of the group. That way
Do
we
I
make
need
sure
to-
everybody gets a chance to do things.
Do I need to re-rouse because I interacted with something
Um,
for Vanish?
where was the lighter?
on the ground.
On the ground, basically on the stone.
No, its back was to where you got the lighter from. So
Okay.
I'll say it didn't see you touch the lighter to pick it up. It'd have to have seen
Okay.
you touch the lighter to have that roll.
Okay.
So and now we're on Rashad's next ritual roll. Told you this is going to be a complex scene, but 3 this time.
That needs a willpower.
You know, willpower that one?
6.
6. That's better. It puts you at 21 successes so far. As you're reciting your words over and over, you can feel the energy that's going on with this ritual, that it is, you're maintaining this process, this, the power of it. What's opposing you is getting weaker. Your will is stronger than its, for sure. You know, it's just a matter of time at this point before you can finish this ritual and impose your will upon it. Kat, your Kodunic roll. 5. Make a note of that. Whatever's opposing you, you can feel it's barely got a hold on the land at this point. The land has acknowledged your mastery almost completely. Almost.
And she just, like, literally in a very guttural tone says, "This land is not yours. It is mine."
Sunday, it hasn't even addressed you.
Rude.
But it can't move through you. It has to go around you to get to Rashad.
Okay. I'll surge Dex this time.
Okay.
I'm just gonna attack this rude boy.
7. Impressive.
Unhalved.
Your claws, something slows them down. You still connect, but it wasn't as good of a hit as you thought it should be. You managed to cut partway into where its arm would be before your arm just stops. But you still see bits of black leak out of where you hit it. It's almost like a smoke that leaks out of it that fades into the air as you do it. And its eyes, at this point, turn towards you.
What is this thing?
I am walking death to your kind. By the way, you take another superficial from cold that hits you.
Oh, well, you should maybe walk away.
Bo, your mother now, she's bleeding from the nose. She's kind of sagged forward like she's in great pain. You gotta help me. You've got to stop this. Just make him stop this ritual and it'll be fine. And you can give me another frenzy roll as something supernatural tugs at you. You're not sure it's the words she's saying or just the fact she's speaking that makes you frenzy. With a guttural roar, everyone hears Bo shout, "Stop." Now, you don't have an action this turn because that was it. But I think everyone here knows that next turn, Bo is going to go for Rashad.
Yeah, I think Gwen's going to stop what she's doing.
Well, so I still have my action this turn.
Yes, you do. You heard him shout.
Yeah. So she's going to, as soon as like Sunday's out of the way enough, so Sunday won't get hit by this. Gwen's just gonna kind of walk up to him, flick the lighter on, and just like toss it on him. The not Bo, the death guy.
Let me check something real quick. If you do that this turn, I'm looking
Won't
at
be
what you
able-
have. Does Bo have? Bo does not have celerity. So if you do that this turn, you will be rolling an opposed dexterity athletics check to see if you can move before he goes after Rashad next turn.
Before
you're planning to stop
Bo
him.
does or death?
Before Bo does.
Before Bo does.
Okay. Okay.
Otherwise, you stun him now.
Otherwise, you go for him now.
Okay. In that case, Gwen isn't gonna walk as close as she was initially. She's going to she's gonna try and get in Bo's line of sight. And do Eyes of the Serpent.
Okay.
Then after unvanishing her.
You're going to roll charisma presence. Bo gets to roll wits composure.
And your power bonus.
Power bonus for both of you, so it cancels out, but you both get your power bonus. So Bo
No,
rolls.
Bo's not rolling a discipline.
Oh, no, he doesn't. You're right.
Can I search this?
He
Or no?
actually can because he's resisting a discipline. So you're both going to roll with your power
You
bonus.
can. If you search something else, it just cancels that.
Yeah, it just cancels your other one. Bo cannot surge.
Okay. Charisma.
When you say, what did you say? Wits what?
Wits
Composure.
composure for you, Bo.
So two abilities.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
2.
You got 5.
Do I get a willpower this or no?
You can. Hope you get a crit because you've got
I
2 so far.
know. I know.
Use your power bonus.
Hey.
Hey, but she still got 6.
Yeah, she did. Still beat him.
Beat him with a critical.
I did use my power bonus. That was including it.
Because it didn't say it in the roll.
Yeah, she did it in a different way. She did the mod 1 or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, when you lock eyes with Bo, though you are wanting to go after Rashad, something in her eyes just hypnotizes you. And you can hear the hiss that comes from your mother's just, but you can't look away. Gwen has got you locked right on her. And because, Gwen, you can't look away from him at this point, Sunday, you see a hand reach out of the tear that's behind everybody. Just a hand, another clawed hand comes out. And now we're back to Rashad's roll. Dice fly everywhere. 6. Nice.
Oh, you know what? I'll spend the willpower. Why not? Why not? This is time.
Can't take it with you, right? 8. It's at this point, Rashad, you've almost got it. The crack that had opened has started to close all of a sudden, though the hand is still sticking out. Whatever's opposing you is there's just a feeble amount of strength left in it. You know it won't hold out much longer. Kat, your turn for your Kodunic roll.
This time, because I'm having to do so much of this for this ritual, I'm going to surge my intelligence. Because
You cannot surge on Kodunic.
I can't surge on intelligence?
Not with Kodunic. Kodunic uses base stats.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's some bullshit.
Much like in the old edition, that's one thing they kept from both editions.
I'm just saying that's some bullshit because you can do it on regular blood sorcery.
Yep, just not
That's some
Kodunic.
bullshit. That is some bullshit.
Yep. So go ahead and roll it. Let's see. 3.
Hang on. We ain't done. I will burn all my fucking willpower if I got to.
I mean, it's good to do it.
And the motherfucker. So it's 3. My
You can
willpower rolls
feel
have been shit this season.
the earth has been trying to open. And for anyone watching, you'll see a crack, open a little, close, open a little, close. Suddenly, Kat, you can feel a snap as you break whatever's been trying to grab the earth. You break its hold. The earth here, at least for now, has acknowledged your dominance over it. You are the master of this piece of land as you're standing. What are you going to command the land to do?
I am going to command the land to drag back those black ass creatures to the hell they came from.
And you all see hands reach up from the earth and grab.
And the hands
This
themselves
creature.
are made of the earth.
Yep, the earth grabs the creature that called itself Death, grabs its legs so that it can't advance towards Rashad at all. And the hands actually start slowly moving backwards, dragging it across the ground. Sunday?
Cat's just pointing and speaking in Romanian towards the crack.
Okay. Well, my prey is being dragged toward the ground, I guess. I'm gonna just put myself between Rashad and Bo just in case Gwen's focus is pulled away.
But not in a way that blocks her line of sight, I assume.
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
I'm just going to angle yourself here because she's not exactly on the other side of Rashad anyway, so you can get in a good position. Bo, we know what you're doing. Nothing. You can do nothing until Gwen releases you from the eyes. Till you take damage, you can do nothing.
You're stuck.
Or until Gwen stops.
Mm-hmm.
Gwen, you're maintaining it. You can't do anything. So now we go back to Rashad.
Hey.
Seven. Man, Rashad's been doing real good with those. That's it. You can feel the crack suddenly starts closing rapidly. The hand that was reaching out snatches itself back in the hole. And as the crack closes up, the earth drags that thing to it. And it is swallowed as well. Bo, your mother just disappears. And everybody can see she just fades. And for you, Bo, suddenly it feels like you've been dunked in water. You've been in a cold stream all at once, just cold washes over you as you can feel something lifted from you in some way.
And Kat now, after the earth closes, has basically literally reached out her hand and speaking in Romanian. The fireball comes back and hovers over her hand and she just slams it down onto the book.
And you all at that point feel something wash over you. It's hard to describe. It's a tingle of energy, a tingle of something supernatural. And as Rashad stops reciting the ritual, the creature's gone. You suddenly hear the insects. Grasshoppers chirping. You hear an owl off in the distance. And everything settles and sounds normal again. Kat, for you, the earth doesn't feel wrong at this moment. The fire's not fighting you at all.
She will lean down, blow out the candle, and remove it from the stone.
And when the candle goes out, so does the fire.
Mm-hmm. And the book is ash.
I'd like to use the binding fetter to verify things are complete.
As you look, Bo is no longer a fetter.
Job is complete.
The land here is healed.
And Rashad, you hear your spirits speak to you. It is done from our side. We must rest now.
Your work is appreciated.
Gwen,
How
you
are
can
you,
release
Mr.
him
Solomon?
from you can release him from your gaze if you wish. He's no longer frenzied.
I was gonna say Gwen releases him as soon as Rashad says it's done.
Kat
How
will
do you-
walk.
Are you?
Kat will walk up to him, not say a word, and she will immediately give him a hug. It says, "The land is healed, and you can heal as well."
After half a second, somebody's going to scamper over to join the hug pile up.
Gwen just kind of looks at Rashad to see if he's gonna go join the hug because she wasn't planning on joining the hug.
I appreciate your hard work, everyone. I am glad it is over, Mr. Solomon.
Well, I feel a little guilty. That wasn't really all that hard. Like, for me.
Bo, say something.
Go on. Probably for the best, but she's still gone.
She's not suffering. We should probably get out of here.
Bo's gonna break away from the hug and walk up to the house and grab a piece, like pull out a slat from the porch fence.
And you noticed as you go up to the house, it no longer is making odd creaking noises in the wind. It no longer has that unsettling feeling. It's just a house now that has
A bit ramshackle.
been abandoned a little while.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have that feeling of something off.
As Bo pulls the slat from the fence, he turns around. I'm going to fucking kill him if it's the last thing I do. And he goes to the car.
All right, everyone, let's go.
And you all pile up in the car. Do you need a scene in the car, or should we go to break now? I leave that to the players if you wish to discuss what just happened, not on the site.
Everyone all right?
I'm assuming you're asking everyone else besides me because
I mean, I think everyone else besides you is okay.
It was fight for the land. Something had dug in deep there. Cancer. I
Any
extracted it.
ideas?
Anyone wishes intelligence occult.
Intelligence still roused?
I'll let you. Yeah, sure.
Hey.
Why not?
I don't know anything.
Well, why not? For penny and for pound.
Oh, mine didn't roll.
Could I pose a different role, storyteller?
What would you like to roll?
I would actually like to roll intelligence blood sorcery, but not with the power bonus because I'm not using it as a discipline. I am using it for her knowledge of Koldunism and the land.
Sure. I like that.
Okay.
That sounds good.
Before Bo actually gets in the car, could I put my hand on the ground near the house and use Spirit's Touch?
Yes. Why not? Cat got 5. Nice. Yeah, 5.
That's
nice.
not, those aren't crit symbols for the blood dice.
No.
Okay.
Nope, no crit on that.
Okay, that's fine.
Bo, you got 4. As you're reaching back with your Spirit's Touch, I'll tell you, you can feel the first thing that comes to mind immediately. You only got 4. You can't go that far back. But the first thing comes to mind immediately is that thing you saw was not your mother. You don't know what it was, but it was not your mother. It didn't have any of the feel your mother would have had. This was a creature of just hate and anger, only wanted to destroy in any way possible. But aside from that, you notice there's no lingering offness in the land. The land is clean. The emotions are faded, almost like a memory of emotions now, as what you would expect. And for Kat's role, I will tell you, Kat, if she was a spirit when everything got corrupted, the corruption was part of her, which might explain the difficulties you just had.
Yeah. The corruption that seeped into her also was in the land. It was what he's doing that caused that. His anger, his rage.
Should we be worried about other wraiths too then?
Absolutely. Especially the drones that have little will of their own.
You might want to alert your allies, Rashad.
I have done so. I believe I mentioned it once that they would not be against a cooperation, a conversation. The corruption is a force that is feeding, suppose you could say, the more vile aspects of the truly dead. It is a complicated concept, but it will not get better for them or for us.
Is there anything we can, I don't know, do to hold it off? I mean, obviously, getting rid of him would work, but that's a long way off, I
You
feel.
can't get rid of him.
Doing something with him. What can we do?
Hopefully make him really fucking sleepy again.
In the meantime, though?
Tread carefully. If the place feels off, let me know. I'll try to fix it.
Right, there's
I need to
little
make
to
sure
be
I'm
done on
thoroughly
this
fed
side.
before I do, though.
There's little to be done from this side of the veil. I'm not sure if there are ways to deal with the runoff for them, nor do I know if they would be willing to do so. I imagine they have their own powerful beings doing what they can.
Hey, Bo,
Yes.
I know it's not really much of a comfort now, but one thing I've learned is that a lot of the time freedom really hurts. And I don't know, I think you deserve to have a life of your own. So I'm hoping maybe real soon you'll get to do that. You'll get to have that. You'll get to be whoever it is you want to be apart from all this family stuff, you know?
What
I
do you
chased,
need? Go ahead.
I chased my freedom a long time ago, got away from my family, for my parents to end up dead. My so-called brother, well, you know what happened to him. And look at me now.
None of that's your fault.
I like who you are. Everything we go through shapes us and makes us into who we are, and I like who you are. And if that's because you've hurt and you've lost, then gosh, that sucks. But it's part of this life and it's part of who we are. We are made of all the good stuff and all the bad stuff. You are brave and you are compassionate and you are smart. And I'm willing to bet a lot of that has to do with the things you've been through, the ways you've hurt, the things you've lost. And it sucks. It really does. But I wouldn't trade the you are right now for anything. You don't have to agree with me, but I hope that you do in the future.
Bo just says, thank you all for your help tonight. Doesn't say anything else.
I meant it, Bo. Let us know if you need anything. You're not alone. Don't hold it
Sometimes
in,
one has to sit with their own grief.
which is fine.
He knows
Just
we're
don't.
here. He knows.
Yeah, I do.
You do. We will be here, but if you need your time, you take it. And everything you feel is valid.
Let's just go.
Of course.
And as the coterie continues on to, well, they're haven to go their separate way, at least for tonight, because I don't think anyone here is ready to do anything else this night. Oh, no. We will go to break, everybody. We will see you in 10 minutes, 40-ish seconds. Please enjoy Carlene's music because she's amazing and lets us play her songs. We'll see you after break. And welcome back, everybody. Sorry, I had to be a little slow on the return to break because we were just finishing up some housekeeping before we got started in the second half. Before the break, Rashad performed one hell of a ritual to help free Bo's mother from the eternal loop of her death over and over every night, repeatedly. It also frees Bo from being a fetter, but it took the whole coterie to do it. Cat to keep the land going, Sunday to keep a thing from stopping Rashad, and Gwen to keep the frenzied Bo from going after Rashad as well. But where we pick up tonight, it's been a few days since the events out at Bo's family's childhood home there. A few days that I think Bo needed to recover emotionally, some of the group to recover physically. But as we're opening up The coterie is gathered at their haven. Actually, I think, would you have the Nos meet you in the haven, or would you have them meet you somewhere else?
Fine with Haven.
Yeah, we'd have them meet where we meet people
Okay.
on the main floor, not in the fucking.
Okay, so
House.
on the war room
Yeah.
or in a conference room?
In a conference room, not the war room one, but the
Okay.
conference room.
So as we open up, the coterie is gathered in the conference room to meet some Nos. There are supposedly 2 coming. You weren't told their names, but I'll turn it over to the players, and then I'll have the Nos show up here shortly.
Good evening, everyone.
We got some new guests.
Yeah, the favor I called in that was owed to me has been paid because Bella told me the other night that a bunch of Nos have been coming in. So we're going to be meeting 2 of them tonight. They are supposedly reliable Nos, ones we can use and work with. So
Supposedly,
Martin is usually good. When he says he's going to do something, he will get it done. And I asked him for reliable Nos. But perhaps they were reliable for him. We'll see how they are with us.
Fair enough.
are we going to tell them everything about the Second Inquisition?
Involves them too.
Even the relationship between Bo and Grant?
I leave that up to Bo because that's not my secret to tell.
I'd say probably not, just in case one of them gets a little tiny bit compromised. They don't need to know that.
I leave that to him. Other than that, though, I believe we are beyond keeping secrets from each other.
And if we want their help with them, we need to tell them as much as we can.
I also don't remember who I shared this with, but when I had a chance to finally feed and actually get, a closer look at those badges, I think it's kind of what we assumed. Lots of labs, lots of tests on supernatural creatures. Looks like badge access is needed every fucking where in the place. Yeah, really, I think it's kind of what we expected.
Yeah.
It probably got a little worse knowing that now that they know some badges were taken, or at least went missing.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I was able to get off of them.
I've got both our mage contacts and our werewolf contacts working on finding out more about the organization and its employees. Because I have a thought. We get some folks that are real skilled with dominate. We could dominate some employees and send them in as bombs.
It is possible, I suppose, though not exactly moral.
Nope. But you're fighting a psychopath.
If they're doing those tests, they're not exactly moral either.
Exactly. And those people are already compromised. They are working for the monster.
I'm sure a whole lot of them don't know who they're working for.
Well, they
Sounds
talk
like
about
the
the freaks
rationale.
they get.
Sounds like the rationale they would use to destroy the people we care for.
Exactly. The only way to fight someone like Grant is to fight like him.
Mhm. I think that's a slippery slope.
Can be.
Do you know enough about explosives to have the controlled?
That's why I'm looking for allies. Because I know I can't do it all.
Can I make a roll to see if Gwen would know, actually,
Sure.
since she's read so much?
And I want you to phrase exactly what you're looking for so that I can give you an answer that fits.
Okay. So what's the roll? Or will it depend on exactly what I'm looking for?
That's going to depend on what you're looking for.
Okay. Does Gwen know how to blow up the building in the most discreet way possible or untraceable way possible without doing a lot of damage to other buildings?
Well, I have you roll for that. Give me intelligence academics. And that will help you. If you don't know, it'll also give you ideas of who might know.
Okay. I'm going to guess my specialty does not apply. It's research, and I'm not doing research
No,
on
you're
this
not
right
doing
now.
research.
Okay.
But if you don't like your role, you can always research between episodes and then get your bonuses. With 5, I will tell you flat out, the building's not the hard part. It's everything underground that is the difficult part. That's going to be the hardest part to deal with, because if it's underground, you don't know how big it is. You don't know how far it stretches. You don't know whether it's, traditional sub-basements and basements, or whether it's been carved out of the rock itself. There's a lot of unknowns, but dropping the upper level, that wouldn't be too hard to do. Somebody that is prone to grandiose gestures of destruction named Johnny, and he could probably help take the top of the building right off.
There's also some cleaners that were associated with the sheriff that can also do some shit too.
Yeah,
I
the
was gonna say
underground is going to
that.
be your biggest problem. You might need to.
Damn, where's the descendant of Zelios when we need one?
There may be other ways to accomplish this goal. I have the ability to pass a plague upon living things that may be harder for them to notice, as opposed to high-grade explosives. You have to assume that as far as science is concerned, they're probably more knowledgeable than we are.
How fast does your plague work, and how infectious is it? Is it airborne? Is it contact? What is it? Because if it isn't going to take them out quick and en masse, it's not very useful.
It passes through touch. If I am successful, then I can make it appear as whatever disease I am aware of, from the common cold to the plague, I suppose.
And how much collateral damage would that have, Rashad? If someone doesn't die at work, they go home to their families.
Look, anyone who doesn't want to get their hands dirty doesn't have to.
I was more just pointing out it wasn't consistent.
Oh, I have no problem getting my hands dirty. I just don't think Grant really is a positive influence.
I'm not
think it's
saying he's a
important.
positive influence. I'm just saying when you have something like that, you have to fight it with its own tactics.
You have to know its tactics. You don't have to stoop to them.
I can do some research. I know how to take the building itself down easily, quickly, untraceably. But
The lower levels.
the underground will take a bit, but I think with research, maybe talking to Johnny a bit, could figure it out. Hell, maybe even the NOS to get a better idea on the layout.
There's a knock at the door.
Cat gets up.
When you open the door, there's a NOS there you recognize. You have not seen him since the night you were exiled from Chicago. Hey, it's me, Nick.
Yeah.
Don't mind him behind me. That's Rocky. And the guy behind the NOS behind him just goes,
I hear you're a madman in a helicopter.
Yeah, he is, and he won't shut up when he gets. Can we come in and not stand out here in the hallway?
Come on in, guys.
And he comes in, and Nick looks over. Hey, he points at Gwen. He looks over at Bo. Hey, sweet cheeks, how you doing?
Fuck off.
Can we fuck off together?
Oh, just goes back to whittling that piece of wood that he took from the house.
How you doing, dead man? Ooh, who's this over here?
Sunday booth, meet Nick and Rocky.
Hey there.
Hey, nice to meet you. And Rocky just goes, He's a sparkling conversationalist,
Good
trust
to see
me.
Martin's a man of his word. Make yourselves comfortable.
Yeah, I flew in I didn't. Rocky flew in a good half dozen with us.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah. They had to listen to him the whole flight, too. And it was fun because I just took the headphones off, but they had to listen to him chatter the whole fucking time. And let me tell you, Slayer Raining Blood on loop tends to drive people a little batty.
Rocky, I'd say mission accomplished.
So what's the deal? I mean, Martin, look, I was looking to get out of Chicago anyway, so I figured what the hell. Martin said y'all got some shit going down here and, wanted some help.
Yeah, basically, there's, as you've probably already noticed, there's been a relatively cleaning house of NOS in the city because most of them were aligned with the Sabbat.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they kind of forgot that whole, clan over sect thing. And, general neutrality until a winter's going to happen.
Okay, let me tell you, unless you're Winnetka, almost nobody believes that clan over sex shit. They say it, but they don't fucking believe that shit.
So anyway, I asked Martin to send you guys and whoever else would be reliable, true NOS that will get into things and learn shit and fucking do shit. And so what we have going on, the Sabbat has been routed. It has been eliminated from the domain. Now we're dealing with Second Inquisition.
And when you said get into shit, Rocky leaned forward and whispered something in Nick's ear. And he looks, we're not talking about, no, what happens in Madrid stays in Madrid, damn it. Don't talk about that. Yeah, I'm sure we can get into some shit.
Yeah.
Second Inquisition shit, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds fun.
Yeah, we've got, I and my friends here have been working really hard to gather allies, not just of vampires, but also of other supernaturals. Because the bastard that is running the Second Inquisition in this town is a fucking psychopathic Finblood. That's working with a certain breed of mages called the Technocracy, where they're making things like cyborgs.
No, okay. Technocracy, that just sounds like edgelord shit to me, just the name of it.
Probably is.
I could probably shave with their name alone, but fucking cyborgs, so they're going full fucking, edgelord. Look at me, I'm I'm a fucking katana cutting stone kind of levels, aren't they?
Pretty much. But these cyborgs have lasers on their shoulders that
Of
can
course they fucking do.
can literally zap things out of existence completely.
Of course they fucking do.
That's why we have other supernatural allies. Okay. But an issue is there's a couple sites that the Second Inquisition do. There's a black site that really, no. Happy to give you details on that. But yeah, no. And then there's a medical facility where they are bringing captured supernaturals, doing horror, and even humans, and doing horrible experiments on them.
So you're just checking off all the fucked up boxes, don't you?
Yeah, pretty much. Like I said, it's run by a psychopath. And literally, yeah. And it's just a hot mess. So we need NOS because NOS are great, and we need NOS.
I mean, if he's got a building, Rocky's got some nice things that we can drop out of a helicopter.
Yeah, the problem is the underground levels. We can destroy the top part all we want. It's the underground that we need to destroy the most.
He said it's a medical place.
Yeah.
So gas is out. We can't just,
yeah,
poison them out of the whole fucking place. Wonder if we could fuck with their ventilation system and just pump in carbon monoxide and knock them all the fuck out. That'd be kind of hard, though, because they're normally pretty isolated in those kind of damn places.
And getting close to it's difficult because they've got some serious security.
And a lot of places have alarms for that kind of thing.
I also imagine that being a cyborg might impact how much carbon monoxide it takes.
I mean, we can just pull the plug on him, right? Oh, no, wait a minute. Wait. No. I've seen the movies. You get him in a logic loop, and he'll sit there and reboot himself because he can't parse the logic.
Yeah, I think these are more murder bots.
Oh, shit. Oh, I saw Doctor Who. Did they exterminate?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much all they do.
I saw in a movie one time that like some kind of pulse that like knocks out electronics for a while.
Yeah, EMP. I mean, if you've got a nuke handy, we could detonate that, but I think it causes other problems. I mean, I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure the authorities frown on nuking establishments these days.
What about an underground earthquake? An earthquake that's deep that doesn't really reach the top, or maybe just a little bit, but minimal damage?
I mean, when I get going, I can cause the earth to shake, but I'm not sure I could cause an earthquake like that. And when he says that, he cuts his eyes at Bo real quick and then cuts back.
Can I help
That's
you?
giving me some ideas, though.
I mean, we know some people can control the earth and help move it, and then we can supplement that with technology to cause some additional.
There are ways also to affect electricity that isn't technology.
So when it comes to air support, we got you covered up. Rocky's got, he's got an interesting helicopter. I'll just put it that way.
Can you take out drones?
If we can see them, we can take them out. Let's just say the military is going to be looking for their missing Black Hawk in Chicago.
Their drones are beyond military grade. They can even tell.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it can't hold up to a minigun.
Would not assume anything is true when it comes to the technocracy.
You'd have to last long enough for it to not detect what you are, which it can do.
And Nick looks back at Rocky. He's good at flying crazy. You might have to change your music, though. You might have to switch to Judas Priest, Run to the Hills instead of Slayer. And you see Rocky just get a grin and You'll understand when you get in the helicopter with him. Trust me. You'll understand these references. It can't fly without his music.
Well, I will trust your judgment in that sense.
You know, that's what he does. He flies up. I'm what you call a, well, to put it frankly, as I've been told, I'm a bit of a nosy sumbitch. I like to find out every little thing I can. And normally I sell it to the highest bidder, sometimes do odd jobs for people. But I'm already on a job now because Martin's sent me out here to do a job, which is help whatever. Big miss over there. And he points at Kat. I mean, I can't call you Sweet Cheeks. There's only one Sweet Cheeks in this room.
Look, I understand. It's fine. I'm not offended. No, really, information is great. Just please tell your people, be careful. Because these bastards are fucking ruthless.
The sewers also aren't safe.
Yeah.
There's been numerous disappearances.
I got to talk about that because we went down there and I'd have been here a couple of days ago, but we got lost.
Oh, you got tied up in the labyrinth.
Yeah, I got to talk to you about that because I'm a Nosferatu. We're not supposed to get lost. I mean, Rocky, he gets lost. That's why he's with me on the ground. If he's not flying, he's lost anyway. But I normally don't get lost underground. And I got to talk to you about that. That's some bullshit down there.
Why is it bullshit?
Because I'm not supposed to get lost, and anything that upsets me is bullshit. That's how this works. Just like Sweet Cheeks telling me to fuck off, that's bullshit.
Well, the former holder of the labyrinth was the Archbishop of the Sabbat in this town. He was also a descendant of the architect. He's no longer with us. Somebody else has taken on the mantle of keeping the place.
We don't have that bullshit there in Chicago, but I've heard some rumors. New York, shit like that, LA, shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have no idea why the architect would come to Kansas City, but
well,
because this place is a fucking hole in the ground.
No, this place is hopping. Look, I'm here, so there must be something good here. He must have known it before I did.
Yeah.
There is also something wonky with the ley line, so you haven't quite figured it out. That could also contribute to you getting lost.
Yeah, ley lines, schmey lines.
But don't embrace any chowder. Tell your people that. Be careful with ghouls too if you're making them in the city.
We didn't bring any of those. Martin told us it'd not be a good idea.
Yeah. Okay, fuck it. I'm not going to hide it. The progenitor of my clan is underground here.
Wait. Okay, hang on. So we just went through a checkbox of fucked up shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I thought we checked most of them off. Now, what you've done is pulled a new checkbox out.
I'm good for that.
That's bigger than the whole other checkbox list over here.
I'm good for that.
And you're just going to slap that shit on the table like a wang and just throw it out there.
Mine's bigger than yours.
Welcome to Kansas City.
Well, see, there's why people come out here. I mean, it must be a hopping place if somebody that fucking old's here.
I know, right? Yeah, well, needless to say that there is a place in the western part of the Missouri side of the city that is just weird. Leave it alone. It is not a mystery for Nos to solve, okay? Literally, leave it alone because that's where he's fucking at. And literally, leave it alone because he's trying to wake up. And he's been fucking up shit.
Well, shit, if he's trying to wake up, don't sing the motherfucker a lullaby.
That's what we want to do, but we need some help to do that. So, yeah.
I saw that book. Tell him go to fuck to sleep. No, he can't have a snack. Just go to fuck to sleep.
Yeah, the problem is he's like a toddler. He ain't listening. But
Yeah, I would say spank that ass, but
yeah, I'm not getting near it. But seriously, so just avoid, and I'll point it out on a map for you. So just avoid it. Seriously, there's also an area where a bunch of NOS went missing, and it is near the black site. Do not go near the black site for real. You will get fucked, and not the fun way.
oh fuck. I was thinking for a second there you talking my language, but
No.
okay. Hey, this has not been a fun. And now I've got to go back and tell the rest of them this bullshit too, right?
I know you do, and I do not envy you at all.
I mean, you envy me a little because I'm Nick. Come on. Everyone envies me a little.
Mine is bigger than yours.
Yeah, but I have his helicopter.
I know you do, and that's awesome.
And Rocky just... I told you, sparkling conversationalist back there.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, well, that's
So
pretty
that's
fucked up.
the deal. And literally, look, the Thin Blood running the Second Inquisition is also augmented by these mages that are working with him. He's got this hand that'll fucking like shock you or some shit. I don't know what else he's had done since then.
The shocker?
Yeah, it's like the shocker. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know what his full capabilities are, but he is absolutely malignant.
Sounds like he needs to be, we need to chemo his ass then, right?
Yeah.
That's how you deal with a malignant cancer. Chemo.
Yeah.
Or just fire.
Not sure that's going to work. He likes to play with fire, so I don't think it's going to affect him the way it does everyone else.
You know what they say about people who like to play with fire, right? Small wee-wee.
Oh, I don't doubt that in the slightest.
That's what they say. I don't know.
Oh, I heard that about helicopters too.
Oh, shit.
And Rocky looks at you and scowls.
Oh, Rocky, she got you there.
Hey, Rocky, what's the helicopter really compensating for? We're gonna use our lore sheet.
Okay, so give me manipulation, persuasion. Just give me a roll. Let's see what you get.
Hold on. There.
You got 2. Your lore sheet to make somebody reveal something they don't want to reveal, which is interesting for the
Wow.
for him. 3. He just looks at you. Chicks dig the copter. The Mile High Club's a thing. And Nick looks back at him. That's the most you've said not flying in fucking months, dude. And then Rocky just goes back. You see what I got to deal with?
Just have to ask the right questions.
Look, I know his whole fucking life story. But yeah, whenever we go somewhere, I gotta, do all the talking because he don't want to talk unless he's flying, and then you can't shut the little fucker up. And Rocky just chuckles behind him with that one.
It's not like you mind doing all the talking.
Oh, no, I'm good at it anyway,
Yeah, so sorry to bring you into the shit, but we need help, and you guys are help.
Look, I'm paying back some shit that I owed Martin anyway, so, it's all good. He's gotten me out of more than one bind, so fuck it. I can't promise how the others are going to react, but, Martin sent us here because we owed him, which means I don't think anyone's going to decide to cut and run because nobody wants to have that little fucker over their shoulders because he don't play with fire. He plays with thermite.
Please tell them we do not consider them expendable in the slightest. Please tell them to be safe. in doing what they do.
I mean, I could tell them.
They can choose to do what they want, but we respect what NOS can do.
Again, I'll tell them. I can't promise they'll listen.
That's fine.
Martin sent out a lot of the younger, more adventurous types.
Oh, bloody hell.
Well, I mean, he said you needed help getting the old ones to actually come here in a reasonable fucking time frame.
Trust me.
How many months do you have to wait?
We're dealing with not even so old fucking cam people that literally sit on their ass and do nothing.
Oh no, I'll tell you, they're solid.
Okay.
But I mean, they play well with others, but you've got to be careful with the direction because they're the types that like to look for loopholes in anything you tell them. And then they play hopscotch with the loopholes.
There is no loophole in the black site and in the weird site in the West. No loophole.
Yeah, if they choose to play with loopholes, then that's their own consequences.
If they choose to go for those things, they are dead. A dead. Like not undead, dead.
Or they wish they were.
They will, or they'll wish they were. One or the other.
I'll tell them, I'll try to impose it on them. Rocky will threaten to drop them out of a helicopter.
Tell them a dragon will eat them. And she just smiles.
I mean, that's an odd threat, but okay, we could use that.
Sunday's going to lean over and kind of whisper to Bo, I need some air. You want to come take a walk with me?
Sounds good.
Sorry, guys. I'm still thinking about the helicopters. I got to take a walk.
Okay.
I mean, anytime you want to ride, just let me know. I'll tell Rocky. He loves to fly people.
I'll keep that in mind, but
and
fresh air first.
Nick looks over at Bo as you're leaving. I see you around, sweet cheeks.
Call me that again and you'll lose your Bullwinkle.
Damn. That was my cousin. You're not going to kill my cousin, are you? I mean, you can go for my other cousin, Natasha.
While he's talking, Sunday's just guiding Bo out.
Okay. So you've given me the good rundown. I like where we're going with it. You gave me the info. Thanks for shooting straight.
Of course.
It's pretty fucked up, but you know.
I don't want y'all walking blind into this shit. You need to know what's going on so that you know what you need to work with.
No, it's not the worst shit I've seen.
It's not?
Okay, maybe it is. But I was trying to like be positive here.
Yeah, no, it's shit is fucked here. It's seriously fucked. And I mean, God bless. What that ancient fucking asshole's doing, it's ruining the fucking land itself.
So the property values are all fucked. I shouldn't look for a summer home here?
Go far out of the city. His reach is wide.
Yeah, I understand that. His reach may be wide, but it's all right because so's my Johnson, and I'll get him anyway. And Nick gets that shit-eating grin he always gets.
You guys are just filthy.
Oh, not me. He's the filthy one. And Rocky just grunts again. I mean, hear that grunt? That grunt says a lot. Once you've been around him long enough, you learn to read his grunts too, though.
Do you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That last grunt he said was something about he's going to hang me off the side of a helicopter.
I believe it. And you'd probably enjoy it. And then you tell all your stories about it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know me, right?
Yeah.
I got a reputation to uphold.
You do. Well, thank you, gentlemen, for stopping by. Truly.
All
And
right. Thanks for sharing.
yeah. And try not to get lost in the underground.
Take care of yourselves.
You know, we're survivors. We'll be okay. I don't know about the rest of the idiots we brought with us. I mean, they're good people. Don't get me wrong, but, you know, they haven't survived kind of the shit that I have. I mean, look, I helped sell out Capone and didn't get caught.
Wasn't that because he died?
But that's how they didn't get caught. That's why I sold him out, to get him killed.
So of course she didn't get caught.
That's survival. That's how you play the game, right?
Sometimes.
I went out partying with a La Sombra, and he didn't kill me. There you go. How's that work?
I've been out partying with a La Sombra too, and she didn't kill me.
Yeah, but this one was a Templar.
Okay. You know, my brother was a Templar.
But he wasn't La Sombra.
No, he was a Mitzi, of course. But you know.
Yeah, well. Okay, we'll get out of here. I'm gonna go let everybody know what's going on. Come on, Rocky. You can talk to these people later. Rocky just turns back and looks at you all and grunts, and then he winks at Gwen and hands her a helicopter or a card that says free helicopter rides, satisfaction guaranteed. But the blades on the helicopter are a mustache shape. Oh, damn, he likes you. Come on, Rocky, let's get out of here. And as they leave the room, I'll let Rashad, Gwen, and Kat talk real quick. Then we got to flash to Sunday and Bo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they are certainly interesting.
Yeah, those guys, well, Nick talks a lot, a fucking lot. He can talk and talk and talk and not say a fucking thing if he chooses to. He's good at it. He's also real good at getting shit done. Real good at it. I'm a little bit concerned about the young ones that were sent. Typical fucking Martin. Get the young to owe you favors.
I
Because
almost
they don't
worry
know
about
any better.
I almost worry about Nick's confidence. Seems too confident and might easily make mistakes against Grant.
He's right about one thing. He's a survivor. That bravado, it's a mask. When he gets, I've seen his type before. Blows a lot of fucking smoke. But when it's get down to it, he's all business. So he may fall, but it won't be because he didn't try to survive.
Could also be conscious of the fact that we may not be able to defeat the Second Inquisition if things are the way I feel they are. They may need to be around to keep your elder asleep, at least in some form.
Okay.
Maybe when we get rid of something with the building, whatever we decide to do with it.
Kat gets up and walks out of the room.
Okay.
I'll leave Gwen and Rashad. Y'all can finish your conversation.
Did I do something?
I do not believe Miss Wakosi takes too kindly to my personality.
Explain a little bit. What are you thinking?
I admit my ability to see the future is hardly absolute, but the imagery of three pillars needing to be here seems to be consistent. I believe that this war is what the elders want for us, and if we kill our enemies, we will just speed up its awakening.
The thing is, you don't know if the opposite's true. You don't know what'll cause pillars to crack, what the pillars are exactly.
You're all correct. You are absolutely correct. However, we have eliminated the Sabbat, and one pillar is gone. I fear that our habit to look for answers and what has amounted to an internal war is just going to hasten the end for all of us. Of course, it is possible that I'm wrong, and that hesitation will bring about the end of everything as well. There's no obvious answers, and I am hardly even a century old.
I don't know if there's a way for us to really find out the right course of action, unfortunately. We both do a lot of studying, pretty academic. I don't think that this scenario has a precedent.
Perhaps. All I will do is all that I can, and we will have to see if we make it through to the end.
Trust the rest of the group too, though. We don't know what your premonition means. There are different interpretations. It's one piece of the puzzle, but so is Kat's experience. With as little as much follow-up as we get with the premonition, I'd give hers more weight, even, because we can get those clarifications and the reasons why and have a conversation generally, barring today, about the best course of action.
Perhaps that is wise. Miss Focosi has a way of getting the things she wants done. I merely want to be a tempering force. But who knows?
What she's done has worked out. Work with the Sabbat. Work out here too.
Perhaps it will.
Nothing set in stone.
Indeed. But I will go and finish my research. I do wish you a good rest of your evening.
And now we're going to flash to Bo and Sunday. Getting some fresh air.
Yep. Sunday's gonna walk, just walk, hands in pockets for like a minute or so before clearing your throat. Back before I was like I am, I was dating this guy, and he left me or I left him, and it didn't really matter what, but I ended up trying to go home. I got home and home didn't want me anymore, and so I was suddenly stuck in a place I'd never been before without anywhere or anything to call mine. I had $200 in my pocket, and I went back to Atlanta, and I sat there in a street corner for maybe days, thinking to myself that, yeah, it hurt, but the most infuriating thing in the whole wide world was that everybody else was just going on doing their thing. Like nothing changed, like nothing happened. But to me, everything had changed. And so I just thought maybe that's you. You had a look on your face that maybe that's where you were a few minutes ago.
Sunday, for the little time that you've known me, you've probably been with me for 3 of the top 5 worst days of my life or unlife. And I've had some pretty shitty fucking days too. I think you and I are a lot more alike than I realize, than that you realize. I chose to leave home too, and my own brother didn't tell me that my own parents were dead. And that's not even the worst of it. You've seen the worst of it when it comes to him, when it comes to them.
I think you have been through so much, but like none of it you've had a chance to actually grieve because there's always something hanging on, something with its claws still in you, still turning your life toward it. And that's not fair. That's not how things are supposed to be. When you lose people, and you're gonna lose people, y'all are. That's normally something that just happens and you get through it. But you just, bless you, you just are always pulled back to the past.
I feel like I'm a marionette, but each limb is controlled by something different.
I was thinking more bungee cord.
7 different bungee cords all at one time.
When you get free of this all, and you will, what do you want to do? Who do you want to be?
Been trying to do it. Been trying to do it here in this godforsaken place.
You want to cook?
Yeah, I do. And with all the craziness that's going on, like, I'm afraid I'm going to get it, and it's still not going to be enough.
Well, that's kind of one of the most human parts of it still, right? Nothing's enough. We get what we think we want, and there's always something just a little bit out of reach. But at least that something is your something. Tell you what, it's a messed up week, and the world is just pretending it's not. So we should do something special. How about you let me cook for you?
That would be nice.
I got a limited menu. How about chicken noodle soup?
Perfect.
Hope you have someone to pawn it off on. I only know how to cook for like 9 people.
Even better.
All right.
For what it's worth, Sunday, you joining our little group is one of the better days of my life too.
Well, now I want to hug you.
Go
I'm
ahead.
going to, like right now. Wraps them up in a big hug.
You all do mean a lot.
And you do too. All right, I'm gonna need a grocery store because I don't have food.
Well, last thing I'm going to say is I don't disagree with you about stooping to my brother's level, but I'm afraid if we fall off the other side of the knife's edge, it'll be worse.
I have faith in us that we can figure this out, make him dead real quick, and we can still be who we are. We don't have to be like him. You especially are nothing
It's
like him.
he might be the head of the snake, but there's I'm afraid I don't know, there's something worse.
There's always something worse. One thing at a time, Bo. Step one. Soup.
Well, can I teach you how to make stock at least?
Yes. That sounds like a good idea.
Let's go.
As everybody goes their separate ways and settles for the night. And then with the night comes the dawn, the sun forcing everybody into a deep, deep sleep. Rashad, give me a humanity roll, please.
Yay.
The lethargy of daytime.
Oh, did I?
You cannot
Do
willpower
you
that.
want a remorse roll?
Yeah,
Okay.
same thing. Or no, it's you got to roll 7 dice. Your humanity
All right,
7,
I'll
so
just
roll
do it
7
that way.
dice. Find any combination to make a 7-die roll. It's up to you. Okay, let's see. That's 2 successes, same thing. Okay, you can't willpower that. With the day, it's very difficult for vampires to wake. There's something nagging at the edge of your consciousness as you're sleeping. And then the first thing that it brings you, it gives you another chance to roll is pain. Please give me another humanity roll. Let's see, that's enough there. 5 successes. You awake. There's a burning pain on your leg. First take 2 aggravated. Your leg is on fire. And you wake to a room that is burning. And one of your spirits is screaming over you. They've come. They're here. Hunters.
Is there a way out?
I mean, the room is already on fire, which reminds me, now you have to raw Shrek, so roll me a frenzy roll for that, too.
So many rolls.
Yeah, and you can't use willpower for them or surges. 0. Well, the
Used up all
fear
my
of
successes earlier.
you did because you got 11 on one roll. That was amazing. 0 now. The fear of the fire, especially after being burned, consumes you to try to run from the building, which is gonna.
Can I spend a point of willpower to control myself for a turn?
Yes, you can.
He will.
Just to
he
tell
will
you, just so you're
instruct
aware,
his-
it's about noon outside.
He will instruct his wraith. Go and deliver a message to the others. Warn them. Do not come back here under any circumstances.
Okay, you can send that message. What else are you going to do? The room is on fire. You suspect the whole place is on fire at this point. But the big problem is it's noon. Outside is just as bad.
I will go to the basement of his haven if he is conscious enough for that.
Okay. So as you move to the basement, that you can do that with 1 turn. You're going to take 1 more aggravated. And you see people. There's 3 of them. Black hoods on, or black masks, black hoods, black outfits, black gloves. And they're actually, it's not a big flamethrower, but they're shooting little flamethrowers, lighting your whole fucking place on fire. But when you get to the basement, there's somebody down there waiting on you. you recognize it's the woman nurse that was at the bar that night.
Good evening. Or should I say afternoon?
I've been sent with a message, and her voice monotone. There's no emotion in it. And she grins, but the smile doesn't touch her eyes or anything else. And when she pulls her hand out of her pocket, she's holding a detonator.
Activate toughness.
Toughness won't protect you
It's
from
better.
from fire.
It'll make me feel better though.
I'm sure it will. Go ahead. And as you try to strengthen yourself, 2 explosions go off when she releases the detonator she's holding, the dead man's switch. Your entire house, she explodes first. Apparently, under her clothes was a large amount of explosives, but also the whole upper part of your house explodes with it. And as you are consumed and destroyed in this explosion, when the rest of the coterie wakes the next day, they have a text on their phone from an unknown number. And the text shows a picture of Kat, and it says, "This little piggy went to market." There's a picture of Sunday. "This little piggy stayed home." There's a picture of Bo. "This little piggy had roast beef." Picture of Gwen that said, "This little piggy had none." And then there's a picture of Rashad that has a big red X on it. And it says, "And this little piggy went wee, 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 boom, because I blew up his home. See you soon." And then it says Grant at the bottom. And I'd like to thank my players and the viewers. This is a shanky game, everybody. Actions have consequences. First attacks directly against Grant and his people was by a man who did not disguise his face. And after speaking with Grant, retaliation came swiftly. Fortunately, one other member of this coterie was for sure in the medical district a few nights later. Gwen was.
Ghost in the machine?
Well, you weren't hit this night. He didn't cross you off yet. I am sorry to have murdered Rashad, I'll be honest, but this is a shanky game. And I play a very actions have consequences game. And there was only one response from a psychopath when you challenge his shit. And he knows it's you. If he could catch Dracula, he'd probably try to burn his ass too. For the rest of the coterie, you get 5 XP tonight.
Damn it, I need 10.
No. I hope you, the viewers, enjoyed this rather up and down episode. And Bo's like, no, I didn't enjoy it. Yeah. You take risks in a shanky game. Sometimes you die. You might have had a chance had you made the first humanity roll, you might have got out before she blew everything up. Maybe. But you'd had to make it outside because Grant's not going to fight you at night. He fights in the daytime. Please, everybody, join us on our Discord. You can comment on me blowing up Rashad's entire house and the nice little nursery rhyme that Grant sent with it.
Shaggy can do the commands like I have to when I run tech.
Well, you have to because I'm normally feeding a fat cat.
Mm.
But Astro will get the commands. Please, everybody, join us on our Discord. Urian asked if Rashad can get an extra 5. Yes, I'll give Rashad an extra 5 XP. One for each part of him that came off in the explosion. An extra 5. Please, everybody, join us on the Discord. The cast of this show comes from a Discord. All of our shows come from the Discord. That is where we get our people from. Plus, we have a good community. We do non-streamed games sometimes, rarely. Though I do have to talk to Mama because Mortress is a non-streamed game he wants to bring up. I got to talk to her about that. Brain just remembered that. And we also do Zoom Hangouts when we're not streaming Friday and Saturday nights, which here lately, we've been streaming every Friday and Saturday night. So if you want to catch our back episodes, hop over to YouTube. Back episodes are on YouTube. Not just this stream, but all of our streams. We keep all of the stuff on YouTube. Man, we've got so much content. We're getting close to 500 videos, everybody. And dear God, that's a lot of content. We are real close to 500 if you count the hidden videos that are stuff that I posted up for normally internal cast things that were hidden. So yeah, check those out. If you want to see some Call of Cthulhu or D&D 5e, please hop over to London Esoteric Society. You can see some D&D and Call of Cthulhu 5e. If you want to get you some studio merch, get some studio merch. Kat's to-do list. You don't know if she checked it off or not, do you? Because we're not going to tell you the results of that fight between Kat, Christabella, and Dracula. We're not telling anybody. And Sunday's not going to tell either, I hope. Because, a lady never tells. If you want to see some amazing content creators, check out our friends list. First of all, let's go like we always do. We start off with Red over here because she's in the top right.
Sorry, I'm speechless. Let my brain catch up. Hi, I'm Mischievous Red. I sometimes stream on Sundays when life permits. Typically, it is video games or art creative related things. But because I'm life's lifing, you can join the Discord and you'll see when I or any of the other friends go live.
Yep. Anyone on that friends list, you'll see when they go live if you're on our Discord. I'm going to let Rashad go last with this one. Sunday, tell everybody what you got going on over at DM Daddy RPG because, Jenna Thieves is not where she streams on. It's DM Daddy RPG.
Yeah, I just kind of inserted myself in the channel when I married a guy. It's fine. We have
look.
Funny how that happens.
Look, he got the better of the deal,
First I was just playing and then I was like, hey, I can run game. I don't have one that I'm running currently. We just finished up the Ghostbusters game that I was running, but we do have coming up starting this upcoming week on Wednesdays, a Hunter of the Reckoning game set in Los Angeles. We also have, God willing, a werewolf game on Sunday this week. And that is it for right now.
If you're running a hunter game in LA, watch out for the demons because they're there. And make sure you go over to the House of Boom or Temple of Boom and pay Victor Temple a visit with your hunters.
Perfect.
Nothing bad can come of that.
No, it sounds like a good time.
And Reed, let everybody know what you got going on. And at the end of the stream, I'll let you give some final words. You can do that at the end of the stream.
Sure. We are still dealing with some personal stuff behind the scenes over on Rerolls, but you can go ahead and catch up on all of our other streams. We have quite a few episodes and quite a few seasons over there. You should go ahead and give that a look at our YouTube.
Yep. If you want to post your YouTube in the chat channel, go ahead, do that. You can also, if you want to see Junie Von Esch, she is not only our werewolf storyteller for Queen's Gambit, she does Hidden City every Saturday night, which Mama will bring up on the schedule. She's the other vampire storyteller we have around here. Different style game, still fun. You can pop over to her channel, Junie Von Esch. She does Stitch and Bitch. She likes to do a lot of crafts on stream on her own personal channel, and she's fun to hang out with. She'll shoot the shit with you just nonstop if you pop over to her channel. So you should go do that. You can also pop over to Ravnos Archon. You see him every Wednesday that we're streaming around here because it doesn't matter what the Wednesday stream is. He streams with us.
And he guests in this game.
And he guests in this game. We've chained him to a desk on Wednesdays, though. He is chained in the studio. I don't know why he puts up with it, but he does. He's doing his mage game, but you can pop over to his channel. He's got a Wild West werewolf game. He's got a Legend of the Five Rings game. He does a vampire game that is alternates Camarilla and Anarchs. And a Scion game, and he does a 7C game.
Mm-hmm.
So he's all over the place with lots of different games. So whatever kind of game you like, he's got one of them up there. He says he never does D&D, but I've seen him do a D&D on the weekend before, so don't let him lie to you. He just doesn't do anything with percentile dice because he's a snob. And I said it. Deal with it. So those are our friends there. And of course, if you bits and donations, everybody, bits and donations, they go to the players, not to the studio. It's a way for you to give to the players who put up with all my shit and all my fucked up storylines like we had tonight and all the other mean shit that I do to people in games. And I mean, let's be fair. There's, for you, the viewers, it's 2.5 hours, but for the players, there's a bit more time and commitment than that, than a lot of times. So it's just a way to give it back to them. If you want to support the studio, that's easy. You can subscribe here on Twitch. You'll get no ads. Thank you, Astro, for handing out all kinds of subs again tonight. And thank you to the ones who resubbed. The studio appreciates it. If you don't want to give half your money to Twitch and you don't mind the ads, you can go to our KoFi. I mean, we'll be honest, we don't make a lot of money on it. I do post the finances every year on the studio, so you'll see we're not making a living doing this, but every little bit helps offset the costs. And of course, look, money's tight. I understand it. Tariffs make it worse. The economy's in shambles. Don't spend money you don't have. So you can go to YouTube, like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that little notification bell. Guess what? That all helps the channel's visibility on YouTube. Mm-hmm. We might make $400 whole next year off YouTube. Maybe. I mean, we made like $370 last year. Maybe we'll get $400 this year. Maybe not. Who knows? You know, every little bit counts. And then I can let Mama give the schedule.
Yep. So thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. And tomorrow we have a double feature. We've got at 3 p.m. Eastern, Call of Cthulhu, 7E, London Esoteric Society.
Last one before summer break for Tiss.
Yep. Last one before summer break for Tiss. So join Tiss and her group of intrepid investigators as they do all the things that lead to them learning Cthulhu mythos and going insane. It's a fun little romp in 1907 London. Yeah. Join them at 3 p.m. Eastern for that tomorrow. And then tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern, we have Chicago Hidden City. Vampire the Masquerade V5 set in 2010, run by Junie Von Esch. So do join us for that. We are dealing with a lot of bullshit in that game too. Not quite as bad as Kansas City though. Holy fuck. And then Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, we have Mage, Magic City Memoirs. It is our finale of the first season of Mage, and it won't be back after Wednesday for a whole year, y'all.
We got so many Wednesday streams. It takes so long to cycle.
So many WOD Wednesday streams.
For those wondering what's coming up next on WOD Wednesday, so you're aware. Next will be Dark Ages.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're going to come back for a Demon season.
Yep.
And then after that, maybe a werewolf game.
Might be having a werewolf game.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Before the new year starts.
Yep. So WOD Wednesday, we alternate the splats, y'all. So Mage is wrapping up on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. We had a really intense session last time, but we had an intense session before that too, but it was a different type of intensity. And so now we're going to see how we wrap things up. Mm-hmm. And then Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern, we'll be back here with Kansas City, A Domain Divided, where Grant Solomon has decided to pick us off one by one. Mm-hmm.
This little piggy went to market.
Yeah.
And trust Grant being a psychopath to make a nursery rhyme out of the blowing people up.
I'm just going to say Cat's willing to sacrifice some fucking humanity to end that bastard, okay?
And before we get into the doom and gloom and the mental health, this is your chance. Rashad, this is your chance. The floor is yours for a couple minutes there.
I just want to state for the record, I stayed at humanity, at hunger 4 and 5 for this whole game. Never once hunger frenzied. So clearly, I have more control over my hunger than I have been given credit for. And then I got to blow up, so I don't have to deal with any of this elder nonsense. So I consider this a W.
He
Personally,
won. He
you know.
won. He won a Shanky game.
No.
Okay,
This is victory.
knowing what I have planned, I might have to acknowledge you got a win on that one.
You won. No more torture for you. You're good.
I might have to acknowledge you've gotten
no.
a win. Oh my God.
Going out at the top. Can't ask for anything else. I'm going to go ahead and hang out. You guys got this. Have fun.
I hate to say it, but you probably did get a win because they're not lying when they're saying fucked up shit's coming. Rilyn, even though she's producer, she doesn't know what I've got planned. Some fucked up shit's coming. Don't worry. I do thank everyone, but I have to end this with mental health, everybody. Mental health, it's not a joke. It's not a laughing matter. Please take your mental health seriously. If you have a Sunday booth in your life, talk to them. They'll help you out when you're in a tough time. Because love you, Sunday. You're doing great with that. You are the coteries therapist, even though you didn't plan it. They didn't ask for it. You are the coteries therapist, and it's lovely to see. I love it. But also at the same time, look, check in everybody around you. And if you suffer from mental health and you don't have a Sunday in your life that can help you out with it, look in chat. There's a list of numbers. You can call or text 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the support that you need because look, mental health is health. And if you're in crisis, please call one of those numbers or text that number. And I know I don't expect you to be in crisis while you're watching this show unless, the episodes really got heavy and then maybe it puts you in crisis. I don't know. I don't think we've gone that far yet. But if you're not on you watching this and you're in crisis or you're not in the U.S., you can go to findahelpline.com, put in your country of origin, find out what the support line is for your country. Because mental health is health, everybody. And we want you to take care of yourself. Seriously. And now Mama can rain fire and brimstone, but not the same kind that Grant just rained down. By the way, Rashad, if you had gone outside, you would have found a Black Hawk because that was also discussed by Grant.
Well,
Overkill is Grant's MO.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what Kat suggested is mild. Okay.
He blew up the nurse that they stole the badge from, had her blow herself up. Just cause?
Yeah.
Fine. It's fine. It's all right. So good.
Rashad won.
Yeah, Rashad won. He got out of all this mess.
The last memory everybody has of Rashad is him helping Bo with his mother.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that's a win.
I got to die as a good person.
You did.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. So again, thank you, everyone. And seriously, do take care of your mental well-being, please. Also, take care of your physical well-being. It's real important that you take your meds, drink your water, get some sunshine when you can. Make sure you're wearing some sunblock, even if you think you don't need it. You still do because skin cancer affects everybody. All right. But seriously, also get your vaccines. As Brad likes to say, get your fucking shots. Okay. It's real fucking important because by September, they're supposed to have this kind of report that is going to be such bullshit that's going to create problems with vaccines. I guarantee it. I guarantee it because that's how this fascist regime is operating. So get your fucking vaccines, fucking vaccinate your kids if you got kids, protect your children. That's your job as a parent. Okay? And as I mentioned, this fascist regime, if you had anything to do with it, and I don't care if you've got buyer's remorse now, if you had anything to do with it, by voting for it, by voting third party, when we have a bipartisan perpetual system in this country where third party never has a hope in hell of doing anything other than fucking disrupting elections. That's all they do. And abstaining from voting, choosing not to vote. Because, you know, you don't like Trump, but you don't like Kamala either. Blood's on your hands. Thousands of people have already died around the world because of things that this regime has done. Already. And it will be a lot more over the next just shy of 4 years. Fuck off and go to hell. You're not welcome here. I will not be quiet about that. Because the party that claims they're pro-life doesn't give a flying fuck about lives. And the party is a fascist regime. For the rest of us, we got to support each other, take care of each other, and help each other. If you're going to protest, please do so safely. Be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of what's going on in your community. Protect yourself and your neighbors. Seriously, be safe. Cause good trouble. Good trouble. Give your elected officials fucking hell. Give them hell. Go to their town halls. Call their offices. Send them emails. Give them hell. Sure, they might ignore you, but their staffers have to read every fucking letter, have to answer calls, have to listen to the voicemails, have to check the emails every fucking day. And if you make those staffers' jobs miserable, staffers will fucking quit and cause more problems for that elected official. Cause good trouble, y'all. Cause good trouble.
And remember, if you are stopped by a law enforcement officer, someone claiming to be immigrations, anything like that, the only thing you should ever say to them is, I want to speak to my attorney.
Yep, that's it.
Remember,
otherwise, shut the fuck up.
Every day is Shut the Fuck Up Friday.
That's right.
Every day.
That's right.
Just remember that. Those are words of wisdom.
Yep. I want to speak to my attorney and nothing else.
And nothing else. And before I fade out of here, I'm giving Rashad a round of applause. Good night, everybody.
Good night, y'all.
Here we go.